Hey guys, Thejinzo97 here, coming to y'all on mkohl40's channel. Hopefully Robbie will have a link to my channel in the description below. So we're gonna check out my channel for more awesome videos. Now today I'm gonna be coming at y'all with my Hieratics ruler deck profile. It's been updated a bit since I did it on my channel, and hope y'all enjoy. Let's get it right into it. First, the main cards, namesake of the deck, can be the four dragon rulers. The dragon rulers, or these are the mama dragons, most people call them, are basically your they recycle, and you exceed with them. They're like the heart of the deck, basically, that you get fodder in the grave for, which is why the Hieratics come in handy. The Hieratics are going to be 3 Tefnuit. He's basically a cyber dragon. 3 Sue. He pops spells and traps if you tribute another Hieratic card you control. So he's another level 6 as well as Tefnuit. So let's get your rank 6 plays off. 3 Esset. Esset can be normal summoned, but his attack comes 1,000. But he's gonna get off your rank 5 plays, which I play 3 rank 5 Xyz. And he also has another nifty effect that if you have a normal monster, normal dragon on the field, anywhere on the field, all Hieratic monsters you control become that level, so you can overlay into some crazy stuff with that too. So that's gonna be the Hieratics. And play 1 Rise Darkness Metal Dragon, just because the deck can do what it's made to do without him. He just kind of like contributes to some of your bigger plays. So he's there. Debris Dragon, because you're gonna have a bunch of targets for him in the grave in this deck. Alright, then play 1 card and 1 Max C for draw power, just because I like those 2 cards especially. It's my personal preference for draw power. And for the vanillas, I play Vanguard. He's going to be your main Debris Dragon target, and he is going to be the one that you sync with the rulers to get your rank 8 synchros off, which I have a couple of those. Galaxy Serpent, you're going to use him with your level 6s like Suze and Tefnuit to get your level 8, and you're going to also use him with your Red Eyes Darkness Metal to get a Star Eater, which I have a Star Eater in the extra deck. So Galaxy Serpent is good in that sense. He's a level 2 tuner. And then the last vanilla is a Watt-tail Dragon, just to like get into your Atom plays and stuff with your level 6s. So that's it for the monsters. And onto the spells, I only play 3 of 1 spell, and it's Dragon Shrine. Dragon Shrine does not clog by any means, even though you can only use 1 per turn. But I mean, if you're using that every turn, and you have 3 vanillas, you can put 1 vanilla in the graveyard with its effect, and then put another dragon in the grave, which normally you'd put a dragon ruler in the grave after that. So it's really good at getting your dragon and some fodder in the grave. Next spell is 1 Seal Convocation, because I don't really need 2 in my build. My deck is pretty consistent. There's a lot of cards that search out. I get most of what I need without it, so I can fit another card in there, so I don't really run more than 1. 1 barrel from a different dimension, because this deck banishes a lot, so it's gonna come in handy. Puts 3 banished cards back into your graveyard. Helps a lot. And get like your rulers back if you have to banish them for any reason. 1 Book of Moon, just because Book of Moon's great. It puts monsters face down. They're troublesome, so that some of the weaker monsters in the deck can easily swing over them. So that's the spells. Now onto traps. 2 Hieratics Seal Convocation, Ashes, Hieratics Seal from the Ashes. It is so good, it's ridiculous. This is so broken. It's basically a Foolish Burial on your opponent's turn, and on your turn it acts as like a one of one of these. So like during your opponent's turn, anytime during their turn, you could put a Hieratic from your deck into the grave, and then during your turn, at some point during your turn, you could put 1 Hieratic from your banished pile back into your graveyard for Dragon Ruler fire. So you're always going to have fire in your graveyard for Dragon Rulers. And I usually get both these off on this field at the same time, which is really weird. But so I only played 2 of those. 3 Fiendish Chains, because I don't like monster effects. That's another personal tech of mine. I hate monster effects. Play in the same category, I play a Breakthrough Skill for that reason. And I play, which most people don't get this card, I play a Skill Drain just to counter the meta. Kevin Silva actually, he recommended this. Recommended was the word I was looking for. He actually recommended this to me on Facebook. He's going to be hopefully doing a video on my channel soon, also a discussion, so if you want to keep tuned for that. But he recommended this to combat the meta, You know, because like most of like it would also help in the fact with your dragon rulers, because you know, like on their on the bottom of their card descriptions it would say that they have to go back to your hand at the end of your opponent's turn, but if you had this on the field, they could stay on the field as long as you want, so that really helps a lot in this deck, and it hurts a lot of other decks like Yugiohs, things of that sort. So one Steel Drain, play one Dragon Carnation to it puts one banished dragon back in your hand. I like to use this with Red Eyes Starkness Metal. Something like that. Phoenix Wing Windblast just puts a card in the grave, like a Hieratic that you're not going to use, or you know, something of that sort, like a spell or trap. So, and then it puts one card at the top of their deck. So if they have a shit card on the field, you put it on the top. You know what they're going to draw. You can kind of screw them on that. And then I play one Trap Stun because I don't like traps, honestly. There are a lot of traps that can really hurt this deck. So Trap Stun just standard protection. And for the staples, I play one Warning, one Compulse, and two Mirror Forces. So that's the main deck. It's 40 cards. Onto the extra deck. And the rank 5s I play a Volcasaurus because he's just completely broken. He's so good. One Chronomaly Machimech because it's amazing against decks like Fire Fist and Bujins that utilize Tenki, and also decks that like increase attack a lot. So like some decks out there that do that, it's actually like really handy. That's probably the first one to go into against Fire Fist if I had to choose rank 5, unless I want Volcasaurus. And then the last rank 5 run is Shark Fortress, which it's a common. Most people don't really think much of it, but it's actually extremely good. I love Shark Fortress. It limits a lot of what your opponent can do to you. So, and then it helps you out a lot as well. Alright, rank 6s, the mandatory 2 Atoms. You can't run the deck without 2 Atoms. He gets out like your Red Darkness Metal, he gets out like your plays and stuff that you can OTK with. Atom is the standard rank 6. Then I play a couple personal attacks, play Gauntlet Launcher, pops monsters. Swordbreaker kind of limits things, like to like if it's like a certain type at the start damage step, it'll automatically destroy it. It's kind of like a Catastor, but you can choose what type you want it to be. And then a Photon Strike Bouncer, because as I said, I don't like monster effects, so he comes in handy a lot too if I run out of my rank 6s. On to the rank 7s. One Dracosack, because Dracosack is the best rank 7 in the game, possibly the best card in the game in my opinion. I love Dracosack. And then my teammate is actually using my Big Eye, but if you don't have a Big Eye, number 7 Lucky Straight would be a good card to put in there. So actually that would be my Big Eye. I don't really like Lucky Straight especially, but if you don't have a Big Eye or a Dracosack, you could substitute him in for one of them. He's 3 level 7s, but he's great. He can become a really high beater if you roll the dice right with his effect. So that would be a Dracosack and a Big Eye. One guy dragging the Thunder Charger just to get rid of useless Xyz on your field. Usually use that with your Tums once you use their effects or any of your rank 6 or 5s. Alright, so that's it for the Xyz. I think that's 11. Alright, so onto the Synchros. I play 3 rank 8s. I play Thought Ruler Archfiend because you can run out of life points quickly in the deck if it's not running very consistently. Stardust Dragon, because Stardust Dragon is a staple. He's so good against many decks. I love Stardust Dragon. And actually, if I had my Stardust Spark Dragon, I just traded it, I would actually substitute it for Stardust Spark Dragon though, because I like Spark Dragon a lot better. I play one Crimson Blader because Crimson Blader is probably, in my mind, the best level 8 Synchro. I love Crimson Blader. He's so broken. And lastly, for Synchros, play one Star Eater because there's a couple plays you can get him off on, and whenever you can get him out, he's really good. He's unaffected by card effects, and he's just completely amazing overall. So that's 15 card extra deck. Onto a side deck. Now this is a side deck that's like, I use it in my local, so I wouldn't expect any of you to run this side deck, but I play one Veiler because Veiler is Veiler. It's not really much to say about that. 2 E-Viruses for against Yugiohs and other dragon matchups. The spells, I side one MST and a Shared Ride because Shared Ride is good draw power against things that add stuff to their hand. And then one Xyz Burst, which is actually a personal tech of mine because you have so many. It destroys all set cards your opponent control when your opponent has on their field whenever you exceed a rank 5 or higher, and all the Xyz you have are rank 5s or higher. So Xyz Burst is really strong in this deck. It puts in a lot of work. So Xyz Burst. Then for the traps, play a Wiretap because I told you I don't really like traps. One Blackhorn because Blackhorn is just a great trap overall. It's becoming one of my favorites. I love it. One Retort because Retort is extremely helpful in like mirror matches, and things of that sort. And then I played 2 Light Imprisoning Mirrors because at my locals there's a lot of Boojins and White Sworns and things of that sort, so I don't really like them. I would put in Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, and like, cause I have 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors, I put them in there, but I took them out because I wanted to put in Xyz Burst and another, I'll put it in the MST. But that's just for my locals, guys. I wouldn't expect any of y'all to run the extra deck. It's not good as a generic extra deck. I mean, side deck. But yeah, that's the deck profile. So remember to subscribe to mkohl40's channel, as well as go subscribe to my channel, guys. Hopefully my link will be in the description.